Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please try to subscribe, share, and leave your comments. Let us know what is happening. Today I'm not introducing a new style and I'm not cutting a new style, but I want us to talk about some tips about sewing. It is a separate thing to be able to sew and separate to be able to cut your fabric. Yes, you can cut. But no, we want to look at the sewing aspect of it. We want to talk about some tips about sewing that will make your work come out well, that will make the finishing very neat. Yeah, to have good finishing. I look at some people, their clothes. Yeah, I look at some people. I look at people very well to know the style, to know what they are putting on. You see the lining coming out at the upper part. Yeah. If you look at this, my cloth now, the lining is not out. It's not shifting out. You see them working. They're inclined to be they're inclined to be pushing the lining back. Maybe when they bend or something like that, they will be adjusting the lining all the time. That even you yourself, you will know the color of the lining that they use on their clothes. But if you look at this one, you can see that the lining is not out. You can't even see the lining of this cloth pulling out. Look at it very well. And there are some people, they will cut the fabric, maybe Ankara or something like that, to use it first, to turn the clothes before joining lining. You don't need it. You don't need it. So we want to talk about all these tips that will help you in order for the lining not to be shooting. And some people, the lining will be hard, it will be hard like this. They will not be using their hands to push it back. They're putting to push it back. No, you don't need that. So this is what we want to discuss today. How can we sew our clothes in such a way that the lining will not be coming out? If you look at this one, is real press. It's not coming out. So what do you need to do? The first thing is that once you cut, you've gotten the neck calculation, you've cut the neck depth and the neck width. You place your lining on the right parts of your fabric. You sew it with half an inch, using as half an inch as the sewing allow. Okay, after that you notch that area. You notch it. Make sure your scissors doesn't touch the thread. After notching, you top stitch. Make sure that you top stitch on the lining, not on the fabric, because some people have noticed it. You will see the sewing on the fabric itself, on their clothes. You see the sewing. People will know that how they sew this. No, it should be on the lining. You get what I'm saying now? No, I will try to show you people what I'm saying. After top stitching, you press it very well. You go to your pressing board and you press. Give it a thorough pressing. While pressing, make sure you spray water. Spray water on the cloths. You press it very well. If you press, you are pressing it using your hand to pull it down, to arrange it very well the way you want it to be. You want the final work to come out. You arrange it like that and press it. You spray water on it and press it. I bet it with you to be like that. So when your client is tired of using it, your client doesn't need to start tracing the neckline while ironing. No, like this one I'm putting on, I can't even remember the last time I pressed it. Ever since I made the clothes, I've not even pressed it. Because one thing the man said, when I'm sewing, I always press. Once I leave the machine, I press. I go back to my machine and I press. I use my iron and my machine the same time. You get what I'm saying? So I press inside, I press outside. And once I finish sewing, I do the final pressing, and that is all. At times I don't even iron my clothes again because I just want to pick. At times I will just remember what I want to wear inside the bathroom and I'll go there and pick. If there is no light, I'm good to go because I've done the right pressing while sewing. If you press your cloth very well while you are sewing, it will be very easy for your client to pick it up at any time without even bothering if there is light or not. So we do the practical aspect now. So you can see this is our fabric. I've cut the neckline, I've cut the neck, the round neck, and this here is the lining. I've already gotten the lining. We can do all these things ourselves. Then it starts explaining all this called the lining. So we want to go to our machine now. We go to our machine to sew with just half an inch. We sew with just half an inch. So with just half an inch. You can see how I'm sewing it. You can see how the way I place it, the lining on the right side of the fabric. So you sew with just half an inch. Now, I've finished sewing it. You can see the half an inch. You can see the half an inch. I finished sewing it, centered. So now we will notch, notch the sewing. We will notch where we sew here. It won't touch this thread. We will make sure it doesn't touch this thread. It does not touch the thread. You can see the lining at the other side here. You can see the thread. Make sure it doesn't touch the thread. So we notch now. Notching. I've done notching. You can see what I'm saying? It won't touch the thread. You will notch it round and make sure it does not touch the thread. Make sure you notch. It doesn't touch the thread. You see, I've done notching. I've notched everything. Notch it round. It does not touch the thread. So now I want to top stitch. You will top stitch. Why you want to top stitch? You open it up like this. You open up the lining and the fabrics. You open up, you separate them. The only thing that will be holding the fabric and the lining will be this neckline. Will be the one to this thread will be the one to hold the fabric and the lining. You will separate the fabric and the lining. So you will take it to the machine. Take it to your machine. Now you can see the way I place the fabric. Now the fabric is at this side, the lining is at this side, and when you want to sew, you make sure you sew on the lining. You can see I place it on the lining. Can you see it's facing the lining, not facing the fabric itself? Not like this, but like this. You make sure it faces the lining, so you sew on it. It touches the lining and not the fabric at this side. It will be at this side. So you sew at this side. You can see it now. You sew at this side like this, like this, like this. You sew at on this side. You see it. I'm done with the top station. You can see. I sew it on the lining. On the lining, you can see the second thread. This happens to be the first one. This was the first one we did to join the lining and the fabric together. And now after top stitching, you can see the second thread is on the lining. It should be on the lining, not on the fabric. See the right side now. You can see, you can see if there is no thread on the fabric. You won't see any sewing on the fabric, but on the thread you see the black. It's because I use black and black thread, because you need to use color that matches the lining. Since our lining is black, I use black thread. That is why you could not see it very well. When you see the fabric itself, you can find thread on the fabric. You won't see any sewing on the fabric. So now we'll go to our pressing board. We go to our pressing board to press it very well so that it won't come out after sewing. Once you are able to do it very well now, after sewing, nothing will come out. Nothing will come out. It will not come out after sewing. I'm pressing it. You can see I'm pressing it. You will press it towards the lining. You will move your pressing iron to face the lining. Everything will be going towards the lining. You make sure you direct it to the lining. The direction will be towards the lining, not the fabric. You can see the way I'm directing everything to the lining. I'm not pressing to this side. You won't shift it to this side. You will shift it to the lining. You direct your pressing iron to the lining from that neckline. Everything will fix the lining, because you want everything to move inside. You know, the lining will still go inside, so you shift everything inside. So as you are doing it now, all the ones that look strangled, they will move into the lining, and you try to spray water. You put water on it. Put water to make it stand firm very well. Make it firm very well. Put water on it to come out well. Make sure you put water on it. And now we've done the first part. This is the first part. So pick the fabric. We've done the first part. You pick the fabric now and arrange it You will arrange it the way you want it to be. You will arrange it the way you want it to look like. You make sure that you put the lining inside. You will arrange it and use your hand to put the lining inside very well. Before you do the final ironing, make sure you use your hand and put the fabric inside. You put it inside. You push it, you use your hand and trace it very well. You push the line. After putting the lining inside very well, put the lining inside very well. This is the one, this is the way you want it to look like. By the time you finish sewing, you push it inside. You use hand to put it inside. Now you will not put water. You sprinkle water on that neckline. You sprinkle water on it, and you do the final pressing. You press it with your hand. You press it. It will remain like that. It won't shift. It won't shift. It will remain like that. That is how it will be. You press it very well. Give it a good pressing. You don't need to touch it any longer because you've done the shifting already. So you don't need to touch it. You give it a good pressing. So that is all. That is how to you turn it up. You can see the inside as well. You can see the inside. Very neat. The outcome is neat. You may decide to spray water as well on the lining part here, on this inside part. You spray water as well, and as well do what? You spray water and press it. You spray water and press it, and you see everything is on the wrong part. The lining is at the right at the wrong side, while the cloth is at the right side. You can see it won't come out. It will not come out. That is how it will be. So when you finish sewing and even after everything, it will not come out. So thank you for watching. Thank you. Please subscribe. Leave your comments. If there's any other thing you want me to discuss, just let me know. Is there any tip you want me to give out? Let me know. Leave your comments. Try to subscribe. In my next video, I will show more of the tip. I will tell you, I think our next video now should be the reason why the back parts always pull out at the zip area. Why it looks as if something is at your back, like hunchback. So, thank you so much.